This video isn't a hit piece, it's not outrage bait, it's not here to tear down Halo just to chase views. It's something else, it's a reflection on where Halo was, where it broke and why some of us still haven't let go. If you have ever felt conflicted about this universe, proud of what it was, frustrated by what it became, you are not alone. This is just one fan's honest take on legacy of Halo. People love to dump on Spartan-IV, and look, I used to be one of them. They are not like the old Spartans, I would say. They feel like knockoffs. But after a while I realized, it's not them, it's the way they have been written. You read the books Rubicon Protocol, New Blood, Last Light, and these Spartan-IVs are monsters. Not just soldiers, people with real scars, real choices, real heart. But in the games, they get pushed to the sidelines. Meanwhile, the Spartan-IIs, the old guard, still get the mythic treatment. And hey, they should. Chief is a symbol, a ghost story with a body count. But you can feel the bias, even we feel it. We want the legends, not the replacements. But maybe that's the point we are missing. Spartan-IVs weren't kidnapped as kids. They weren't forged in black sites or broken by Halsey. They chose this life. They saw the state of galaxy and still signed up. They are not copies of Chief. They are the generation trying to live up to him, in a world that's falling apart. That's why Rubicon Protocol hit so hard. It showed Spartan-IV stripped down, terrified, wounded, human, but still pushing forward. And when you meet someone like Din in Infinite, suddenly they are not so flat anymore. So maybe it's time we stop blaming the Spartans and start blaming the writing. Because the potential is there, the fire is there, all we need is a story that treats them like legends they could be. But that wasn't the only thing the writing forgot. Halo 5 didn't fail because it was bad, it failed because it lied to us. The trailers promised a mystery, Chief gone rogue, Locke hunting him down, a shattered UNSC. What we got was a campaign that felt like a checklist. And worst of all, Chief barely shows up. 343 spent Halo 4 laying emotional groundwork. Cortana's dash Chiefs unraveling their didact's aftermath. But in Halo 5, they just skipped it. No mourning, no reckoning, no wait. Instead, they brought Cortana back as a villain, with barely any explanation. It wasn't shocking, it was insulting, like someone tore out the last few pages of a book and scribbled in their own ending. But here's the thing, mechanically, Halo 5 is tight. The gunplay is sharp, movement is fluid, Warzone was ahead of its time, but it didn't feel like Halo, not in the spiritual sense. And the worst part, it could have. The lore was right there. Blue Team, Oni cover-up, Swordos Ingelios, the created rebellion, a story begging to be told. But instead of embracing it, Halo 5 chose to play fast and play safe. And somewhere along the way, it lost its soul. Halo 5 isn't a failure of design, it's a failure of vision. But I'll say this again, if the story had matched the gameplay, we wouldn't just be defending Halo 5, we would be celebrating it. Instead, we got the game that tried to run before it learned how to carry the weight of its own universe. But even after all that, something unexpected happened. Halo Infinite is like a letter from an old friend, one that says, hey, I remember what I used to be and I'm trying to find my way back. And in a lot of ways, it worked. The movement, gunplay, the feeling of being in Chief's boot again, it's all there. The open world, yeah, it's a little empty, but for the first time in a very long time, it actually felt like Halo. And the story, quiet, sad and personal, Chief, the weapon and Echo 216, a broken Spartan, a brand new AI, a grieving pilot. It's not epic like Halo 3, but it's intimate, and maybe that's exactly what we needed. You can hear it in the music, you can feel it in the Jetta Halo silence. But here's the sting. Infinite was supposed to be a platform, a living, evolving game, the start of a decade-long journey. Instead, it got dropped. Live service dried up, roadmaps vanished, content rolled out like molasses. It felt like Halo was this close to becoming something great again, and then it tripped. And we, the fans, we were left holding the bag again. Infinite didn't fail us, the system around it did. But even now, when I load up Infinite and that music hits, part of me still believes. Not because of corporate promises, not because of patch notes, but because Halo, the real Halo, is still in there, waiting. So if Infinite was the letter, what's the reply? We have had the glory days, we have had the fall, we have had the almost comebacks. So now the real question is, where the hell does Halo go from here? And let me be real with you, nobody knows. Not the fans, not the Halo studio, not even Microsoft. But maybe that's not a bad thing. Because the truth is, Halo can't move forward by chasing the past. Bungie's era was lightning in a bottle. You can't recreate that. But you also can't pretend that fans will settle for another half-baked live service, wrapped in a pretty engine with no soul underneath. Halo doesn't need to be the biggest game again. It just needs to be Halo. A universe that respects its roots, that treats its characters like people, not marketing pieces, and remembers why we picked up the controllers in the first place. Give us stories that mean something. Give us Spartans that bleed, break, and still stand. Give us ancient rings, broken AI, the silent walks into impossible battles. And yeah, bring back the multiplayer magic, but don't let it define everything. Halo's strength has never just been PvP, it's been mythology. So where does Halo go from here? Wherever it dares to take itself seriously again, wherever it stops apologizing for what it is and start becoming what it always meant to be. We are still here, we never left, don't waste that. We don't know what comes next, but if there is even a chance Halo can become what it always meant to be, we will still be there, because we never left. If you felt like this, if you still believe Halo matters, then support the content that still believes in it too. Like the video, drop your stories in the comment, and if you want more, you know what to do. Until then, I'll see you on the ring. Goodbye.